I better get out of that. But he always gave a command. Always. Now, if he prayed like that, it was in secret. It's not. I don't see it in the record. But when he came out on stage, he was given a command. Mm-hmm. And whatever form the devil came in, he would recognize it. That's another problem. You don't recognize. I don't care what form he comes in. We have the ability to recognize him, discernment, because the Holy Ghost will let you know what kind of demon you're dealing with that is that's talking to you.
All right.
Sometimes I think also that the Lord will allow those demons to remain, to attack you, so you know how to deal with them. You recognize them immediately. You recognize them. There's a certain smell that they have, and from time to time, they'll come around and I'll recognize it instantly, and I'll say, "The Lord rebuke you, Satan." Mm-hmm. Be gone. He will allow you to familiarize yourself with this enemy, with this demon. You recognize it. I don't care how good it looks, how painted up and how classy it is. You recognize that demon like Jesus did in the book of Mark. Y'all know how in the book of Mark, this boy had this, we went over this in Sunday school last week. This boy had this, what we call epileptic. Mm-hmm. He would go into seizures and fall in the fire and in the water. And the man asked Jesus, he said, "Would you please help us?" He said, "Because I asked your disciples and they couldn't help me." Mm-hmm. And so Jesus recognized the demon and he called it out. See, the demon manifested itself as a suicide demon, but it was really a deaf and dumb demon. So Jesus called it what it was. He said, "You deaf and dumb spirit, I command you to come out." Mm-hmm. And don't enter no more into him. No. So when they got in private, they asked Jesus why they couldn't do it, and he told them. One gospel writer says, "Because of your unbelief." And then I think Mark's gospel says, because this kind of comes out by prayer and fasting. And in prayer and fasting, the Holy Spirit gives you the discernment that you'll know exactly what this is. I don't care if he comes, what kind of state or form he comes in. You when you see him slithering in, you recognize him. That's the serpent. And kill it. Not the person. Not the person, but the spirit.
The spirit.
You go for the spirit, not the person, because all that spirit, that person is just a little puppet that the enemy is using. Right? He always camouflages. Remember this: he always camouflages. He will never let you see him as he is. He's gonna camouflage, whether it be in a person or whatever. He's not gonna allow you to see him most of the time. Now there is a certain level he may manifest himself to you. I don't know how high that level is, but there's a level I heard that the enemy will pay you a personal visit. I don't want it. I don't want that's anything that you have. Another kind of clutter, memories.
Memories.
Stroll down memory lane.
All right.
Things that remind you of an important person, achievement, or event. Could be an old boyfriend, but how much fun, an old friend, how much fun we used to have. I was listening to Bishop Jakes. He was talking about he met an old friend of his, and his old friend is not saved, and he was saying and they got to talking, and he went back and rehearsing things that they used to do, and Bishop said, and he said, I visited that. Next time they met, same thing. He's talking about what they used to do. Bishop said he visited that again. Third time, he come back, the same thing. He said, "Well, can't we talk about something else?" But he said, without judging the person, he realized that the difference is the person, his friend, yields to that, whereas he fights it. See, there's always a struggle. Remember, Paul said, when I would do good, evil is always present. I hope y'all follow me. I hope I'm not going to be long. Evil is always present. So you got a fight on your hand. This man is fighting. There are two men in there, and they battle. They fight. Sometimes One wins, sometimes the other one wins. It just depends on where you are. But the enemy watches us and he studies us and he knows what he does is try to catch you when you're weak.
Yeah.
And make you see and send folks your way to send negative words to you, negative talking to you. Shut that all that negative, shut it out. Turn a deaf ear to them. Don't listen to that negativity because all it does is build up in your spirit clutter, clutter, and eventually you start believing that lie. Don't believe a lie. If it's different from what God told you, don't listen. Do not listen. So I need to avoid. Now it's okay to go down memory lane if it's not negativity. It's okay to go down and reminisce where God brought you from, and thank God for bringing you out of that pit. Amen. But not to just reminisce over and over and over what you used to do, and the devil will make you think it was so much fun. You used to have this and you used to have that. Don't do that. That's a lie. That reminds me of them in Egypt. How every time when they got out there, y'all know how long they cried down there in Egypt to God. A long time. They were there like 400 and something. What? 400 years.
Yeah, 430 years.
Yeah. They cried to God, and then God finally sent a deliverer.
Yes.
Got out in the wilderness, and the first obstacle they run up into, let's go back to Egypt.
Go back to crying.
Would to God, wasn't it enough graves in Egypt? Was there not enough graves in Egypt? We could have died in Egypt. You brought us out here to kill us. Complaining and murmuring against the man of God, and it wasn't him. And Moses would say, Lord, these folks murmured, and God would say, they don't worry about it. He said, don't worry. They murmured and complained and murmured and complained. Okay, they got out. They didn't have water. Okay, we need water. What we gonna eat?
God already sees it.
He brought you from there. He can do you from there.
We tired of eating this manna. We want some meat. We had, when we went to Egypt, and if you're in Kelvin, you go there. When we went to Egypt, we sit by the flesh pots and we ate till we got full. The garlic and the leeks we had it. In other words, they were saying we had it better in Egypt. That's what they were saying. Till finally, God just got sick of it. And he wanted to destroy him, but the man of God interceded. He interceded. So God spared him. He said, Lord, don't kill him, because if you kill him, the enemy's gonna say you brought him out here and you couldn't deliver him.
I receive it.
So that's why don't kill him, Lord. Please don't kill him.
Thank you.
And so we want to be careful about going down memory lane. Down that that road where we used to be. Because the enemy will make you think that
it's that T. It's that T on fast.
F-A-S-T.
It's that
Hey,
T.
oh.
I'm sorry. It's got the T.
F-A-S-T. Discard trash. Discard trash.
Trash is the T.
Oh, I want to hold it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So don't allow the enemy to clutter up your memory.
Okay.
Okay. Separate the memory from the object. Separate it. Whatever you have to do to separate the memory from that, you do it. If it's something that you don't need to be rehearsing or thinking up on, because whatever you think, eventually, as a man thinketh in his heart. So easy. Right? And when you know anything, you'll be right back there, right where you came from. In other words, the dog is returned to his pond. I can't think of anything more repulsive than that.
Yeah.
You eating the thing that made you sick in the first place. But that's what happens when you go back out there.
Yeah.
That's basically what the word is saying. And the pig, the sow that was washed, gone back to wallowing. Because a pig's nature is the mud hole. I don't care how you dress that hog up. You can bathe it, wash it down, hose it down, perfume it up. But the first mud hole it sees is going straight to the mud hole. That's his nature.
Is,
But
is that what happens to people when they backslide? They keep on looking back.
Mm-hmm.
it's little by little. See, the enemy is subtle. It's little by little. He doesn't come all at once with a deluge, because you'll see that right away. But he'll come little by little. Especially when, and the Lord, I don't know, in his infinite wisdom, I don't know why he allows again, some tests that come my way, I don't know why the Lord allows it, but he does. I know it's for my good. But little by little, he'll bring certain things. When you go through a test, he'll say, well, now, so-and-so that don't have this problem, or, you know, when you didn't have this problem before, you didn't have this problem. In other words, he's saying, when you over here, it wasn't like that.
Lordy.
And see, that's what it is. But see, we have to be careful not to judge Israel.
Yes.
Not to be too harsh on them.
Yes.
Because if you're not careful, he'll
fall
do
right
the
back.
same work on you. Telling you, well, it was better in Egypt. But no matter what God did for them, they were never satisfied. Never. And when he tried to take them into the promised land, he said, they said, we be grasshoppers, we cannot go. These are giants in this land, and we cannot defeat them. Two people said, Joshua and Caleb said, let us go up at once because we are well able to take it. They said no.
Wow.
And God said, okay, let them alone. He said, okay. He said, just like you see, they said, we be grasshoppers, and they said, so we became. We became what we said.
Wow.
And so we became.
Wow.
So, and just for the record, footnote, to go in and possess the land, you're going to have to fight. Don't think the enemy is going to give up territory. You have to fight. Everything that I have ever gotten from God, I had to fight for it. Everything. Even I said, well, Lord, this is like, even the little stuff, like other people seem like they fall off the dog.
Lord.
Me, just little simple stuff. Seem like it's a battle all the time. All the time. But I know it's for my good. I know it's working for my good. I can't give up and throw my hands up like they're going to say, forget it. I don't care, forget it. No, I will not forget it. I know what God told me, and I'm going
Stand
to
on
possess it.
Stand on it.
I'm standing, and I'm going in to possess it. Because you know what? God calls it an evil heart, and guess what? They wandered in that wilderness for 38 years. They wandered around, and then on the 38th year, they prepared to go in. They wandered around until all the hosts, the old ones, died.
Wow.
He said, God said, okay, not a one of them will go in. Not a one of them. God let them live long enough to raise the children. So the children went in, but they didn't.
Wow.
Guess what? 20 and under. Y'all know that's encouraging. I'm sorry. God forgive me.
Oh, Lordy.
I'm sick. I'm 20 and under. Okay?
Not good.
The rest of them died, except for two, Joshua and Caleb. That were the only two left. They said we can go in possession. My heart kind of goes out to Joshua and Caleb, though, because Lord have mercy, they got stuck with the unbelievers, and they had to stay in the wilderness with them until they died. That's encouraging too.
That is.
Oh boy, that was hard.
Oh Lord, I said, God forbid. Oh Lord.